How's it going? This is Darren from Rock It Up, and I am going to talk today about how to write a song. I think that people are very intimidated when it comes to writing music. I think that they think it's a very difficult task, and I'm here to tell you, no, it isn't. It's actually not that difficult at all. It does require some work, but it's actually more of fun work than real work. I mean, you do have to put in a little bit of time every single day, but the good news is that if you do this, then you get a little bit better every single day goes by, and a little bit of work every single day goes a long way, and then you'll find that you'll be able to write songs easier as time goes on. Now the thing is that you don't have to be Stevie Ray Vaughan on the guitar to write something that's meaningful, a beautiful piece of music. You don't have to be Elton John on the keyboards to write something that's great and wonderful, but you do have to put in a little bit of work, and you just have to be yourself. So that's the first thing I would want to talk about is, trying to find your own identity. It might take a little while, but you keep working at this and just develop your own identity and just do you. Be yourself. That's the first thing I would suggest being a writer. The second thing is that whatever music that you want to write, I think it's in your best interest to study 5 or 10 songs in the genre that you want to try to write on, and just kind of dissect it. You figure out, how long is the chorus? When does it come into the song? How many parts are in the song? I mean, a song to me is like a jigsaw puzzle. Instead of having 500 pieces, like you had those puzzles when you were 5 years old, and you'd arrange it and it'd be a sailboat or something. Well, a song to me is usually 3, 4, really good musical ideas kind of, weaved together. Now, depending on how complex you want to make it, if you want to turn this into a Rush or Dream Theater song, maybe you need 10, 11 parts kind of fused together. But typically, you're looking at, an intro, a verse, maybe a pre-chorus, optional, a chorus, definitely, and then it's just kind of repeat. Watch, rinse, repeat, really. So it's really not that difficult, but it does require a little bit of work, and if you put in a little bit of work every single day on developing your song, it will get better, I promise. So what I want to do is just kind of quickly demonstrate something on the keyboard for everybody who's watching to get an idea of what it is that I do. So there's a lot of people that come up with lyrics first and then come up with the musical bed, which is the chords, second, and that's okay too. But me personally, I prefer to come up with the chords first, and then I hum a melody over it, and I just know when it's good. It's not always going to be great the first time that I attempt this, but I just know when it's good, and I think you will as well too. You have to be satisfied with what you're doing, and you'll know when you're satisfied or when you're not. If it needs more work, you'll know that. If it's great and it gets the stamp of approval that you give it, that's even better. Okay, and that's what you want to do. You want to be happy with your work. And if you work at it a little bit every single day, it will get better. Okay, so right now I'm going to whip up a little bit of a chord progression off the top of my head, and I'm going to hum a melody. I have no lyrics, but how I would work is I come up with a chord progression, I hum a melody, I try to find something I like, and then when I have that done, then I write lyrics to the melody and to the cadence of the melody and how it's delivered. Okay, so I'm going to take G, C, D, C right now, and I'm going to come up with a vocal melody. No lyrics, that's something that I do afterwards, but I'm going to first start off with the chords and the melody, just to show you how I would go about doing this, okay? Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was just one little piece of music. I mean, the vocal melody was okay. I think I could do better. So this is something that I'd actually, work on for the next month or so, and try to find a better melody. Try to, play the chords, with something more interesting, maybe throw in a couple runs. But I think I have a pretty good idea kind of mapped out already. I'm pretty excited about what I just did, but I think I could do better. So I will. And this is something that I would do for the next month and just try to make it better and better and better. Of course, I'm going to have to write lyrics at some point, which, what you want to do with lyrics is that I think that it's in your best interest to try to find a topic that many people can relate to. That way, many people can enjoy it, and that's what I think you'd want out of your songs, for many people to enjoy it. So, to recap, it's really important to be able to have a chord structure already mapped out. Try to hum something over it. You should really condition yourself to do this every single time that you have a chord progression. Try to come up with a melody. If it's okay in the beginning, you can just use it for a placeholder. You can always try to beat it the next day and the next day. And that's the beauty of it too, because every day when you look back at the previous day's work, you can always think back and see if you like it or not with fresh ears. And if you don't like it, well then you have the power to do something about it and go for it. Okay? And that's pretty much it. It's not very difficult, but it does require a little bit of work. And if you were to put in even 15-20 minutes a day, then you'll find by maybe a month's time that you'll have a pretty solid idea of a song. And that's about it. This is Darren Flower from Rock It Up, signing off.